Welcome to a new fight review. This is Danny Garcia, Rob Salka. So I did a predictions video last week on the fight last Saturday between Danny Garcia and Rob Salka. I did mention a number of times in that video that I didn't know who that Rob Salka was. As I researched him a little bit, found out about him, and I still don't know much about him after this fight has happened. He went into the fight with a 19 wins, 3 losses and 3 knockouts, and he was also a lightweight fighter. And obviously Danny Garcia, WBA, WC and Ring Magazine light welterweight champion, gradually getting some respect fighting the likes of Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse, but took a step back in fighting Herrera and also Rob Salka. So I watched this fight yesterday, and obviously my prediction came right. Rob Salka had no chance in this fight really. What was he gonna? He was never gonna beat Danny Garcia, who, yeah, obviously he's not the most amazing fighter out there, but can get a job done. He's got good power. And obviously my prediction came right. I did think Danny Garcia would knock out Rob Salka, and that was the case. And he got 3 knockdowns in the second round, obviously getting to a second round knockout. The first knockdown was actually a proper knockdown, but the second one I didn't really see either the second or first knockdown. One of them, the way the referee was in the shot, I didn't really see Rob Salka go down properly. But for the third knockout, that was the actual clinical one. Good, powerful right hand to the body, massive hook to the head, clean one right hand to the head. Rob Salka went down. There's no way he's going to get up in that. So I knew from then on, obviously the fight was over. I don't know why this fight was even made in the first place, because obviously I said in my predictions video as well, Danny Garcia has fought with some good people before these two fight opponents, and now went against Herrera and Rob Salka, and he wants to fight the best. In his post-fight interview, he did say he wants to fight the best, and his manager Al Heyman picks the people and just fights them. But I'm pretty sure if you wanted to fight better people, you would actually have a say in who you want to fight, than just fight random people like Rob Salka and Herrera. I mean, yeah, Herrera did give him a lot of problems, and many people do think he won that fight. But obviously Rob Salka was a bit different. This is a complete fast step down. This is like fighting someone when you just had a couple of fights turn professional, and you fight someone like Rob Salka. No disrespect to Rob Salka, but Danny Garcia is a proven fighter at this point in his career. A lot of people do know his name. Obviously, he's a triple world champion. He's got 3 belts in 1 weight class, so he is seen as obviously a big fighter in the sport boxing at his current point. And fighting someone like this isn't great. It's like Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather fighting people where they are now, and then go and fight someone who hasn't had a great fight in like 5-10 years, or someone who's way down the list no one's really heard about. That's what Danny Garcia has basically done. So I'd say that in my prediction video as well. I've lost kind of a little bit of respect for Danny Garcia. I'm not saying he's the most amazing fighter, because he's not. He has got his weaknesses, but he's got a lot of strengths at the same time. But the fighting likes of Herrera and Rob Salka doesn't cement his claim to be one of the best fighters in the sport, or the best fighters in the lightweight division. And if he wants to fight better people like the Mayweathers and the Manny Pacquiaos, it's not going to be very good in fighting the likes of Rob Salka. But now that's done and dusted, he can push on. Hopefully he can push on and fight better fighters in 147, the likes of Keith Thurman, Marcos Maidana, not Adrian Broner, but Adrian Broner if he was there. Put him on Najee if he's still active. Amir Khan. So there's a lot of different Amir Khan rematch. There's a lot of different fighters in the 147 weight division who can help Danny Garcia gradually get into the welterweight division. I'm not saying he should go and fight the likes of obviously Sean Paul or Manny Pacquiao, not the elite fighter straight away, but gradually build up to one of the bigger fighters in the division. That's what I think he should be doing, not obviously fighting the likes of Rob Salka. But sometimes obviously when you fight people like Rob Salka, there must be some sort of catch to fighting, and maybe the money, because I think he did get a huge amount of money for this fight, which obviously kind of shows you Danny Garcia, what's he about? Is he about fighting, or is he about making money? Could be both, but time will tell. So this has been my Danny Garcia Rob Salka fight review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.